everyone, welcome to the Savvy Italian Kitchen. My name is Vanessa and today we're going to be making some Super Bowl food. So first up on the menu are chicken taquitos. So what you'll need for this recipe is, I've already prepared it, but it's about 2 pounds of boneless chicken breast, a half a cup of diced tomatoes. You can use Rotel tomatoes with the spices already in the can, or you can just use regular diced tomatoes, a half a cup of chicken broth, and then about 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. You can either use your own seasoning or you can just use the taco seasoning that comes with, the taco kit. So what I did was I put all of those things into the crock pot and I cooked it on low for about 4 hours. Once it cooled a little bit, I shredded the chicken and then I let it cool overnight. To that, I added 6 ounces of softened cream cheese, a little bit of black pepper, and a little bit of smoked paprika. I like a little bit of a smoky taste with my Tex-Mex food, so I added that. You can omit it if you want. And then about a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. You'll also need some corn tortillas. Now, ideally, you should get the larger tortillas. I wasn't able to find them, so we're gonna work with the smaller version today. I have my oven heated at about 400, and I have a cookie sheet that's been covered with parchment paper, and I sprayed a little bit of cooking spray. So here we go. We're gonna assemble some of these, and they're perfect if they're served on the side with a little sour cream or a little bit additional taco seasoning, taco sauce or salsa. Sorry about that. So we're gonna take about a heaping teaspoon of filling and just kind of roll it in the middle, spread it out a little bit. You don't want them to be overstuffed so that everything's falling out while you're cooking them. And then you're just gonna roll them up just as is, simple as that. And then we're going to put them on the cookie sheet seam side down. And then once I have all of them on the cookie sheet, we're gonna brush them with some olive oil and bake them about 10 or 15 minutes at 400. So I'm gonna get finished filling all of these and I'll come back when they're ready to go in the oven. So we've finished rolling our taquitos. Now, one important step that I forgot to mention was put the tortillas in the microwave for about 15, 20, or even 30 seconds to soften them up a little bit so they're pliable. I did forget to do that and a couple of them did break. So that's an important tip that you'll want to remember. So I'm preheating the oven at 400 degrees. That's 400 on a regular oven. I am going to use the convection oven, so I have it at 375. And just to kind of recap, we took about 1.5 to 2 pounds of boneless chicken breasts along with half a cup of diced tomatoes, half a cup of chicken broth, and 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. We cooked that in a crock pot for about 3 or 4 hours until it was tender. You can also do it on the stovetop. You'll just have to watch it because the liquid will evaporate. Once that came out, we let it cool. I shredded the chicken, I cooled it overnight, then I let it come back up to room temperature. I added 6 ounces of softened cream cheese, regular full fat cream cheese, and about a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. That too was full fat. So we just rolled them up in the tortillas, and this is going to give us about 15. So that's pretty nice for an appetizer, or it's nice for a light lunch or dinner. And right now I'm just brushing olive oil on them. Just to soften them. Now you can also fry these. I just thought this would be a nice alternative to frying, just to bake them. It might be a little bit healthier. I'm not sure how much since I'm putting olive oil on here, but I don't really like the mess of frying, so I try to avoid frying whenever I can. So right now I'm going to pop these in the oven and then we'll come back and see what they look like when they're finished. Here we have our finished taquitos. We baked them in the oven for about 10 or 15 minutes. As you can see, some of them did fall apart a little bit because I had forgotten to soften them first. So I will make sure I include in the recipe that you need to soften the tortillas in the microwave for about 15, 20, or 30 seconds so they're a little bit more pliable. But they taste delicious. The tortillas really did come out crispy, so we brushed them with olive oil and they're just crispy enough, not very greasy, and we didn't have all that mess and smell of frying tortillas. And we have a little bit of sour cream on the side and then some taco sauce. So I'm gonna go pour a glass of wine, sit down and enjoy some of these. And I hope you enjoyed our taquito recipe. So until next time, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.